Tim, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And I too really want to congratulate the People's Pledge and thank you all for your solid support on this issue of a referendum. And while I guess we stand here today and I'm here talking about the Conservative Party and representing the Conservative Party, I think it's really about time that we understand one fundamental issue in this country, that it's time to put Britain and British taxpayers first. We need less Europe and more Britain. We cannot continue with the status quo anymore. And it's not just about the hemorrhaging of funds, hard-pressed British taxpayers' funds that just go to the EU in that one-way direction of travel. But it's not just about the Eurozone as well. It is, as I've said in previous articles, it is about the institutions of the European Union, the Council of Europe, Strasbourg, the European Court on Human Rights, the Human Rights Convention. But fundamentally, it is about this issue of transparency and accountability. Now, on matters of transparency in domestic politics, David Cameron has spoken about sunlight being the best disinfectant when it comes to being transparent in our politics. Now, in my view, Europe and the EU needs a heavy dose of sunlight right now because we need transparency in all decision-making. We really do, and we're simply not getting it. Also, when it comes to the costs of the EU, we know that it's highly unsustainable in its current form, with the constant daily costs of the EU and the £50 billion that we are going to be contributing to the EU over the lifetime of this Parliament. We are here, of course, today talking about the EU referendum. We do have this debate on Monday, and I mean, it is timely, and I have to say, as someone who spent much of my political career campaigning for a referendum on our membership of the European Union, you may not be surprised to hear from me today that when it comes to that vote on Monday, I'll be voting with that motion that I've put my name to. And if that means that I'm defying the three-line government whip, then quite frankly, I'm not particularly worried about that. The reason why I will be voting with that government motion is because fundamentally it has been far too long in this country since the British people have had the right to decide our relationship on Europe. I am convinced, and I think the poll that Tim has alluded to already gives us a fair sense of the fact that British public want to have a say on our relationship with Europe. I've also campaigned on a slogan before that we should let the people decide. And on this particular issue of Europe, I agree with that, and I think it's long overdue. Thank you very much.